Hello there. I can do need to stream, right? I can do. I can do. North side. Loading quick. Then already. Time. Other time. It doesn't. Then like at night. From that late. That late stream. We did Minecraft. Sheep. Now I'm looking for a sheep. What's happening? Let me get my eye on. I need to eat cow for food. No eat pig. Keep it them. It's snowing up here. It built up on. Don't know where I can put the thing. Alright. I'm gonna not light. Draw it light. Are you gonna be Silk Stream? One. I'm gonna head to bed round one. I'll be back at 6 a.m. 7 a.m. My Madden 18. Madden 18. Madden 18 in the morning. Double cream. And, Lama. $18. I get a sale.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
To me, it's all about Tom Brady. He's just one of those guys that if the game's on the line, you need a big play, he'll make that play for you.
Reload! Check it! 220! Wide, check!
Are you seeing me?
Check it! Reload! Check it! 220! Wide, check!
stream. Manny.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. With preseason football just moments away, we should get a good idea of the kind of damage this guy's going to do from his middle linebacker spot this season. It's the Patriots going up against the Texans.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Welcome in, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So you've got 1 week of preseason games in the books. Now you start to really assess some of the vets and, of course, some of the young players.
You're exactly right, because now there's a week's worth of film out there for everyone to watch. And for guys who may or may not make these particular teams, that film will be around the league, so maybe they can catch on somewhere else if they have to. But this would be a lot of fun to see how much time the veterans play versus how much time the young guys get.
Shifty Dion Lewis. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Brady to throw on 2nd down. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Going up top. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Brandon Cooks, 82 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against...
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Brady gives this one to Lewis. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And some room to roam now. And avoids the contact by sliding. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Throwing on first down is Brady. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
You know, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen? Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Whitney merciless. In there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up third and long. From the gun, it's Brady. And he's going to go down again. Quentin Coples in there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back to back. So the Patriots coming out now. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
10 yards still left on second down. They try again with Lewis. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. And our statistician, Ben Ramsauer, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss only in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
Patriots gearing up to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of firsts, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And give them a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes, or are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. On third down, it's Lewis. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Slant route caught by Edelman. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a first down. Boy, another example there of how you've just got to be fearless to go over the middle in this league.
No doubt about it. And if you want to be known as a Pro Bowl type of a receiver, if you want to get to the Hall of Fame, you have to make a good number of catches in that area. And how about the hit he took from the linebacker? That's where you really make it, because a lot of times that hit is coming from behind you, from over the top by a safety. In this case, it may well come from underneath with the linebacker dropping out from the middle.
Spins away. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Shotgun now for Brady. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 2nd down, here's Brady. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Quentin Coples in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. From the gun, Brady. And the pressure gets to him again.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Getting to the quarterback.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They stay on the ground with White. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block it. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
2 minutes to go here in the first half.
I
We're
get
back
the-
to Houston after this timeout. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. New England on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now White, and he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And now out come the Patriots. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Brady now on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth, because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games. J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Patriots opening up on offense. Cuts wide open down the field. And that goes as an 82-yard touchdown as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Now 1st and 10. Pleasant's got the sack here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. First and 10. Brady's on point with the throw, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 38-yard line. Later on the drive, they'd stall out and settle for a field goal. That'll do it from here in Orlando.
Fourth quarter now, and it's the Jets who are leading in that one. Josh McCown, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. A road National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
We've been sacking people. Tackling and sacking. Sacking and sacking.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
Almost
With that, we say good night, everybody.
I've been sacking quarterbacks. Tom Brady. 82 sack quarterback. Not on top of it. second. Why if I ruined? Have I ruined? Manning better. I get a ruined. They hit. What about me? In one, I will be streaming Manning tomorrow around.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the
7
NFL on EA Sports.
hours.
With preseason football just moments away, we should get a good idea of the kind of damage this guy's going to do from his middle linebacker spot this season. It's the Texans going up against the Saints.
First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis and CD Week 3 of the preseason. We're getting there. Opening night on the horizon. Madden video game out on Friday the 25th, so you know we're close. But this is the week you use as your dress rehearsal, isn't it?
Yeah, you certainly do. Now, the guys that know they're going to make this team...
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Willie Snead, 72 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Coming into the year, Breeze, 465 touchdown passes. Add another one to the total.
You know, it's funny. I just talked with his college head coach, and he told me that when Drew was a sophomore at Purdue, they weren't sure he was truly the starter, even though he started the opening game, and he made a play early in that one, where the coach got on the headset and told the rest of the staff, well, fellas, we found...
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll fake to Peterson, and now Breeze. Caught right side, it's Snead. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Peterson gets the handoff from Breeze. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the 1st round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
The Saints put up 29 points a game last year, second only to the Falcons, and they're in range to get some points on this drive as well. 1st and 10. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 2nd down, Peterson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now. I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post, helped him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Peterson gets the call running left. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the 1st quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop.
A reminder, opening weekend definitely in sight. Thursday, September 7th is when it all begins. The top 2 seeds in the AFC playoffs last year, Kansas City at New England, will be there at Foxborough. And then some great matchups on Sunday the 10th as well.
And 2 more on Monday night.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Neat.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Hello.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well,
A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Throwing now is Breeze. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up third down.
I don't give up its speed. And I give up its speed.
On third and long, it's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. And fortunately, the offense will cover this one up back at the 5-yard line.
On plays like this with
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Breeze to throw on second down. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Breeze going to try and throw on third down. And Ginn's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
On second down, here's Breeze. Snead's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They go play action here on first down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why a swing runner, get him out in the flat and let him have a chance to make people.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bernardrick McKinney. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Watch out, watch out. Ready. You ready?
Off the play fake to Peterson. Here's Breeze to throw. And an alley to run. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that.
Again.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Did he not come back?
Ready?
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Caught by Snead over the middle. And they get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady.
Breeze going to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Forward pass, offense.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding, offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Hey. Little Cooper.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down
All right.
sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Breeze will try again on second down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Breeze. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You can just see this one coming, couldn't you? It's an obvious passing situation, third and long.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. From the gun, it's Breeze. Well, this is caught by Ginn. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
He'll let it fly in the direction, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The Saints on third down, just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4. Now Breeze again. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Use that means for sack.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker Will Lutz for the field goal attempt. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll move him back within 6 now. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick.
And Breeze is going to go down in the end zone, a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in...
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And
I
he's going to be
almost
knocked
got
flat on his
got
back. Oh, big hit right around the 31. Give him 30 yards there. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin.
We just keep sacking the quarterback. We got the win, road win. Today, time.
that game in Tampa. And the Browns, they've surged back to take the lead there. Cody Kessler, a touchdown pass to help lead the way. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
Highlight. Thank you.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.
I think with Madden. No more. That's it. 25. I can put Madden in the schedule, Madden 18 in the gallery. People use like Madden game. Five. I can be doing it for tomorrow. You get some sleep. It's almost my 1 hour, 2 hours. I can be Madden back. I can be Madden back. I need to bring Madden back. Really good. Thank you for the follow, Cooper. Cody Cooper. Thank you for the follow. I probably stream it a whole hour tomorrow. Setting. I rotate my schedule. Sunday. I can be on streaming tomorrow too. Night. Tomorrow. I will get to bed. I can be the talking human. I can and tomorrow I can be on that more 2 hours streaming. I will be doing a makeup man tomorrow. I need to get some sleep. Sleep again. Figure it, seeking about figuring it out. And my schedule. My manning schedule. My manning schedule. Doing soon. I get insane. I'm gonna end soon. I need to get some sleep. One party. I'm gonna watch some movie. I'm gonna head off. I get in. I need sleep. Well, I give me ending soon. I can head off bed. See you around 7. My stream over.